Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about one of the most underrated movies of the 1980s, one of the most underrated comedy movies of the 1980s, in my opinion. And that is 1986's Ruthless People. So this was directed and produced by the same guys that made the film Airplane. So you can imagine, it's really funny. I think this is hysterical. I've loved this movie since the 80s. So basically, this tells the story of Sam Stone, played by Danny DeVito, and Barbara Stone, played by Bette Midler, his wife. Now, Sam Stone only married his wife to get her money. He doesn't like her, can't stand the woman. But Ken and Sandy Kessler, played by Judge Reinhold and Helen Slater, don't know that. Sam has a plan to kill his wife. Yes, he is going to her. He tells his mistress of this. However, Ken and Sandy concoct a plan to kidnap Barbara. The reason being is that several years earlier, Sam had swindled them out of their life savings and then stole Sandy's idea for a spandex miniskirt and made millions off of her idea and their money. So they're going to ransom her back, not knowing that he can't stand her and doesn't want her back. So as soon as he gets the ransom, which starts off at $500,000, he does everything he's not supposed to. He calls the media, he calls the police, and Ken's like, what is he doing? Anyway, as it goes on, they drop the ransom down and down and down to 10,000. By this point, she's been with them for a while, and she's, instead of channeling her anger at being kidnapped to them, which she did initially, quite rightly so, she channels it into exercising. She's always been slightly overweight. She wants to lose some weight, and she starts doing it, and she loses a good amount of weight, about 20 pounds. And when Sandy tells her that she's looking really good, she's lost that weight, she asks if Sandy has a slinky evening dress that she can try on. She does, because she's made some herself. Amazing how they fit Bette Midler perfectly, but you know. So they decide, after trying on her dresses, that they're going to go into business because her dresses are lovely. And Barbara also finds out at this point that Sam doesn't love her because they've dropped the ransom to £10,000 and he still won't play. However, as I mentioned before, he told his mistress that he was going to his wife, and he had gone home that day with that intention. He had got a bottle of chloroform and he was about to chloroform her, but she wasn't in, so he couldn't. So in anger, he threw the chloroform down the hill. Now at this point, a police officer finds it and his prints are all over it. So they now arrest Sam for Barbara's murder, even though she's still alive. So now he has to get her back. So as soon as Ken calls him again, he says, yes, I'll take the 10,000. But now, of course, they know he's been arrested for murder. It's been on the news. They know he needs it back. And they also know a lot more about his finances. So the ransom goes up to 2.2 million in cash, plus everything else he has. He has no choice. There is a side story here about a serial killer that is terrorizing the neighborhood. I'm not going to go into how it all ends because I want you to go and watch it. It's a really good film. Why is this underrated? I don't know. But this hasn't even got a Blu-ray release. It's only available on DVD, which is absolutely gutting. It's absolutely my favorite film, one of my favorites. I absolutely love it. I love anything with Bette Midler anyway. And Danny DeVito's always brilliant. So why hasn't this had a Blu-ray release? It really needs one. So this is Ruthless People, guys. Go check it out.